This is Eagle Al, and today we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts and DeVonta Smith having a moment on the sideline. Also, will Kevin Patullo be the next offensive coordinator? And lastly, we got this dude, Dak Prescott. He's talking again, but let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we hop straight into it, we got to shout out today's sponsor, BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 on your first deposit. You get 150% boost, and on your next two deposits, you get 125% boost up to $2,000. Again, shout out to BetUS. And let's get into some quick hits before we get into the topics. Let's talk about Mahomes. Mahomes, he gave credit the first time he beat the Philadelphia Eagles to Jalen Hurts. He also gave credit this time, and this is what Patrick Mahomes had to say.
I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, but the one thing that I've always respected about Jalen is that he's a winner. And I know that sounds, some people take that as like it's not a good thing, but you have to find ways to win with your football team that you have around you. And that's what I've learned in my entire career, and that's what he's came into the NFL and done his entire career, is that if he needs to run the ball, he will run it. If he needs to throw the ball, he will throw it. If he needs to make a big play, he will make the big play. And so that's stuff that not everybody has. And that's something that I have a lot of respect for Jalen. And I said it after the first Super Bowl we played against. I said he will be back, and he was, and he got the better of me today. And I'm sure we'll face again at some point in our careers in a big game like.
Look, man, Jalen Hurts got everybody changing their tune. I'm hearing Chase Daniels talking about, well, yeah, we probably got to change how we evaluate quarterbacks. I'll be on my round table. I've been hearing, like some of my friends I work with say Jalen Hurts is not this and not that, but they changing their tune, and they're like, maybe we do have to evaluate him different. And I've been telling, opposing fans that, and even some of our fans, like, Jalen Hurts, he don't need to throw for 400 yards. And if he need to win, he can do it. But Jalen Hurts, he does what it takes to win. Hell, if they don't need me to pass it this game, cool. He's not going to do it. He's going to let Saquon run for 200 yards that game. He does what it takes to win. And that's what we love about Jalen Hurts. And a guy like Patrick Mahomes see that. Like, okay, I played them twice, and honestly, Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes. If I'm not mistaken, even like during the regular season last year, 2023, I felt like he outplayed Patrick Mahomes, and we won that game. Remember, we went to Arrowhead and won that game. And then we beat them in the Super Bowl, but they beat us the first time. I feel like Jalen Hurts, if I look up the numbers, I think he outplayed them 3 straight times. But I could be wrong on that. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that. But again, man, it's good to hear Patrick Mahomes. He's not salty about it. Like, Jalen Hurts got the best of him. And I'm pretty sure there might be another rematch on the big stage. I think it is. I think it's going to be another rematch. I'm not saying next year, but I think these two guys, you know how we talk about like the Brady Mannings and all that, even though Jalen Hurts is on the NFC, this is going to build up to be a rivalry. I know everybody wanted it to be like Mahomes and Lamar, or Mahomes and like Burrow or something like that. I think it's going to be Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts been having his number and been out playing him. But Jalen Hurts will never be ranked number one, which I don't know. Jalen Hurts is literally a victim of what Howie Roseman is doing, because Howie Roseman is going to build the team regardless or not. They don't care about our little debates. That just is what it is. But let's get into another quick hit. Jeff Stoutland have a message for the fans, and this is what he had to say.
Hey, everybody. There's something that's been on my heart that I've been wanting to speak of. And I thought this might be the best time. I'm out here walking around in the snow. It's beautiful. This has been a long, grinding season. And we wouldn't be where we are today without the wonderful fan base and support of the Philadelphia fan. So I just want to take a minute and say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the fans on the road trips. We took over stadiums. Just unbelievable. And so thank you for everything you've done to help this come true. So Super Bowl 59 is for you. Stout out.
If it wasn't for the caption, I thought that was something like he was going to retire if I didn't read the caption. But message to fans, I love to see it. Jeff Stoutland barely talks. So for him to give a message to us and the fans, I love to see it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right, so let's get into these main topics right here. So Jalen Hurts and DeVonta Smith. So the NFL films are coming out little by little, and Jalen Hurts and DeVonta Smith had this moment on the sideline, and this is where like DeVonta Smith broke down and cried, and him and Jalen Hurts is talking. Let me just play the clip.
I love you, boy.
Love you too, dog.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too, man.
Way to keep this going, man.
I got you, dog.
Hey, man, this ain't our last time at this, man.
You got some catching up to do, dog.
For sure.
Hey, it's been a ride, huh?
For sure, man.
It's been a ride. It's been a ride, dog. It's been a ride, man. You deserve it, bro. You deserve that. You deserve that. Embrace this, man, in your hometown. In your hometown.
That clip, man, I'm not a crier, but it almost got me. Because I was so happy for them, man. These two dudes played at Alabama together. I know we talk about A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts' relationship, but Jalen Hurts and DeVonta Smith have a really strong relationship as well. You know, DeVonta Smith was there when Jalen Hurts got benched. DeVonta Smith was there, you know, the start of the process. Remember, we had a rookie DeVonta Smith leading the way. It took DeVonta Smith and be like, you know what? I will take the back seat. I will be the number 2 as long as we can win. DeVonta Smith had that same mentality as Jalen Hurts. Like, okay, we knew we acquired A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is going to be the number 1. That just is what it is. And DeVonta Smith took the, back seat. He could have went to a lot of other teams, been a clear number 1, put up a lot of stats, but he stayed here for a reason. I said in my reaction video, this is why DeVonta Smith takes a pay cut, because he know this team can go far. He know the potential of this team. And for that moment, and then that big catch, that basically game-sealing catch, I'm just saying, man. And it felt like that was the same play ran against the Cincinnati Bengals, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it felt like the same play. And DeVonta Smith was ready. He was ready, did it on the biggest stage, did it at home. You know, he's from that area. I'm not sure if it's specifically New Orleans, but he's a Louisiana kid. And to do it there and to win in that fashion and to be a part of it, I know it had to do something for DeVonta Smith in a positive way. I'm very, very happy for those two guys, man. I'm extremely happy for them. All right, so let's get into the next topic. Dak Prescott out here talking again. He's talking again. He's saying, like, yeah, we can compete with the Philadelphia Eagles, this, that, and the third. Let me just play the clip.
I mean, I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten the better part each and every time. To see them, to see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us. All right.
I swore I heard something like that going into 2024. Remember when Dak Prescott guaranteed the Super Bowl win in New Orleans? Let me play that clip for you guys too.
Yes.
Let's speak it into existence.
Let's do it.
The 2024 Dallas Cowboys
2024 Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl
on Fox.
on Fox in New Orleans.
So just another loser, just talking. And where all these Cowboys fans are coming from, just attacking the Eagles. When the last time y'all won the Super Bowl? You know what their argument was when we won our first? Look how long it took y'all to win y'all first Super Bowl ring. Oh, it took y'all 50-something years. Can y'all win another one? Oh, yeah, we can. We can win another one. I'm just saying, man, this team is built right. It's built right. And while Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones, and all these guys are worried about the Eagles, that's all they care about. When they beat the Eagles, that's their mission. Their mission is to split with the Eagles every single year. They couldn't do it last year. That's their Super Bowl. When they beat the Eagles, that's their Super Bowl. Just like the Commanders, that's their Super Bowl. It's to beat the Eagles, and hopefully they knock out the quarterback. The Commanders are talking about that like that's their last meal or something. Like, come on, man. We on to bigger and better things. Commanders, we showed y'all when the lights is bright, y'all the little pups. We're going to blow y'all out. Hell, Dallas, meet us in the playoffs. Sheesh. Y'all had a chance in 2022. Y'all choked. Y'all choked, man. So, this Cowboys hating on Jalen Hurts. I guess I'm a content creator, so I can't ignore it. It's fun to engage with, but all seriousness, we better than those dudes. They got a long ways to go. Long ways to go. Just keep the Eagles' name out your mouth. Work on what you need to work on. If it was like the Cowboys or the Commanders or the Giants winning, I'm pretty sure the Eagles won't be caring about what they doing, how we could beat them, how we can compete with them. The goal is to get to the Super Bowl and compete with everybody. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Let's get into this last topic. Kevin Patullo. So I reported yesterday. I had a feeling that Kellen Moore was going to get hired. And right when I dropped that video, like 30 minutes later, Kellen Moore finalized his deal with the Saints. I'm happy for him, and get an opportunity, but it's just not the best opportunity, in my opinion. I know that sounds like a contradiction, meaning that that's not the best situation. That's the word I should use. It's not the best situation in New Orleans, but it is what it is, man. Kellen Moore been wanting a head coaching job for years. Dak Prescott couldn't do it for him. Justin Herbert couldn't do it for him. But it took him to go to Jalen Hurts for him to do it for him. Now, I will say this, like I said in my last video about Kellen Moore before I talk about Kevin Patullo, is that Kellen Moore, to me, wasn't the best play caller. To me, he was an average play caller. But one thing I will give him credit for, and I couldn't even give Shane Steichen credit for this, we was like, please, man, our bread and butter is to run the ball, build something off of that, use play action, and you can win games. In that adjustment, he went run heavy, and he stuck to it. Hell, I could say even in the Super Bowl, even when the run wasn't working, Saquon Barkley still ran the ball 20-plus times. Even with the run not working, we still gave it a shot. Whereas though like a Shane Steichen or even a Brian Johnson, they probably would have ran there like 5 times. Like, you know what? It's not working. We tried. And I will give Kellen Moore credit for that. Now, like I said, to me, it was just average play calling. Like the play designs wasn't spectacular in the pass game. So Kevin Patullo, I look at him as the pass game coordinator, right? That's what he was. So it's not like, wow, like we getting this great passing game coordinator that's staying. Kevin Patullo been working with Nick Sirianni for a long time. Well, Nick Sirianni spoke about Kevin Patullo, and this is what Nick Sirianni had to say.
Yeah, very important to the success that we've had. He wears a lot of different hats. Helps me a lot with different things, with head coaching things. I can't tell you that I make a decision without saying to Kevin first, what do you think? That's in everything. That's in game. That's out of game. That's with scheduling. That's with offensive stuff. That's with game management stuff. And you lean on him a lot. And then him and Kellen. I mean, they're together at all times. Talking through the offensive stuff, and he's kind of that same sounding board for Kellen on the offensive side. This is what, how many years? 8 years with Kevin. That continuity is really important because he knows what I'm thinking in certain situations, how you want things to be taught, all those different things. So he's just been a great resource, for me the entire time, our success this year, but really our success that we've had since we've been here. Can't be great without the greatness of others, and that completely is definitely a fact with Kevin Patullo, and I trust him with everything. Got a ton of trust and faith with him. He's awesome.
Like these two dudes, they've been with each other since Indy. I believe Nick Sirianni would like him to be the offensive coordinator, but some tells me like that Brian Johnson mistake is going to be heavy involvement with Jeffrey Lurie, with Howie Roseman, instead of just promoting within because we had a great offense, like how we did in 2022 with Shane Steichen. Like, well, Brian Johnson, all he got to do is kind of do the same thing. But I think it's going to be a whole process. So I wouldn't be surprised. But if Kevin Patullo is not elevated, I think he goes to the Saints with Kellen Moore to be the offensive coordinator. We will see. He is a hot name. He's definitely a hot name. I just want us to go through the right process. I'm not saying I love it or hate it. Just go through the right process. And if he's the right guy, congratulations. But if he's not the guy, if you want a veteran guy, I know a lot of people saying Frank Wright. I would like Frank Wright back in Philadelphia. I would. So, yeah, that's how I feel about Kevin Patullo. It's literally nothing because I don't know what I'm going to get. I wasn't that impressed by the passing game this year. As far as the designs were like still long developing routes. Some was like, I don't know what we calling here. But then you had some great ones like the Super Bowl. The passing game really showed up. NFC Championship game, the passing game really showed up. The Steelers game. And then you look at the Packers game, and it's like, I can't really judge them off the Rams game because it was snow and it was ugly outside. But you look at the Packers game, it's like, what type of play calling is this? Yeah, we won the game, but the passing, as far as I'm looking at the passing game coordinator, that's their job. I'm looking at it like, I don't know about this. Do I want this guy to be the offensive coordinator? Not really looking at it, but then you see games again like the Steelers, like, wow, this thing can really open up. That's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel, man? The Jalen Hurts, DeVonta Smith, also Kevin Patullo, Dak Prescott, just chirping. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.